Have a safe flight, Peter.
Why is it that when I get on an airplane, people tell me, have a safe flight, Peter, but when I get into a car, no one tells me to have a safe ride? Well, it should be the other way around because driving is a lot more risky than flying in an airplane. I don't think I've ever told anybody, have a safe flight. Why are people afraid to fly? It's no shocker that flying is like defying gravity and will cause unease. But the aviation industry is one of the most regulated industries out there, and extreme measures are taken to make sure that it's safe. Before any of your airline pilots took command of your airliner, they spent years in training. Their health is evaluated, and they need to be certified to fly, and the training continues throughout their career. How long did it take for you to get your driver's license? If a pilot needs to learn to fly a new aircraft type, they'll receive extensive training before switching to that type. This doesn't happen when we switch vehicles. For example, right now I'm driving a U-Haul truck. I've got zero experience driving a truck, but it was easily rented to me. And it's not just the pilots that are highly skilled. Your journey is closely monitored and controlled by air traffic controllers who keep you safe by separating you from other airplanes. You may recognize the control tower at an airport, which is responsible for separating planes at and near an airport, but when you're up high, you're still being separated from other airplanes via radar controllers. You don't get this service when you're driving your car. Can't see around the bend on a narrow road in the fog? You need to rely on yourself and whoever the other driver may be. A recent 18-year period showed 614 serious air travel incidents. In cars, it was 44 million. Last year, one person died in a commercial aviation accident in the United States, and that person was not even flying. That person was on the ground and got sucked into the engine of an aircraft intentionally. That's not a great story, but look how low the number is, just one. Each year in the United States, around 40,000 people lose their lives in car accidents. Your chances of dying in an airplane are 1 in 11 million. In a car, it's 1 in 5,000. I filmed this video over the course of 2 days, and each day I saw the aftermath of a car accident. Here's the first one, and it looked pretty bad. I doubt the drivers of these vehicles were wished a safe ride before driving. Driving a car is taking a much bigger risk than flying. This is one of over 5,000 daily car accidents in the USA. And the next day, I saw the aftermath of another one of 5,000. This one looked especially bad. Here's my footage of a plane crash that I don't have any. Because the chances of me or you or anyone seeing one are super low, but the media makes a big deal out of any incident in aviation. Even if there are no injuries, it makes the news, but car accidents seldom get reported on. An airport ramp can be a busy place, and extreme care is taken so that planes don't touch each other, but on occasion it does happen. This is almost always right next to the terminal, and aircraft are usually going at a minimal speed when this occurs, but on a severity level, it's similar to two cars parking and hitting each other. If this happens to you in your car, this won't make the news, and it probably won't increase your fear of driving. On a day that I'm flying, the biggest part of my anxiety is the trip to the airport, whether I'm driving or someone else is driving. Will I make it to the airport on time? Will there be an accident on the road? Will that accident involve my vehicle? We're driving on a road that is completely uncontrolled. People are driving wherever they want to drive at any particular point without anybody guiding them. People are driving with lack of sleep. Will I make it to the airport on time, whether something involves my vehicle or another vehicle? Once I get to the airport, I am at ease, and I'm most at ease once I get through the TSA checkpoint because I know I'm in a safe zone. All drivers and vehicles passengers face risk factors, and while modern-day vehicles are much safer than they were years ago, operator error can lead to unfortunate consequences, and this happens much more often than when you're in the air. Young drivers who think they're invincible, anyone after a night out drinking, or drivers with lead feet can take to the roads without much supervision from others. Look at all these cars moving along simply by looking out the window with no one except me filming this monitoring them, and I have no control over anything. Now, look at this plane, flying along in a prescribed path in the sky, separated from other airplanes at a designated altitude and under the control of a human air traffic controller in a radar room. Or this plane on final approach, following an instrument landing system and sufficiently spaced from the aircraft ahead with a controller looking at radar and out the window to keep this plane safe. See the difference? The DOT will tell you that flying is safer than driving a car or even crossing a street. And any past incidents have been evaluated with extreme scrutiny so that they don't repeat themselves. To continue my exaltation of the safety of flying, modern-day aircraft themselves are designed to prevent accidents. As aviation advanced, cockpit displays were changed from analog to the more modern glass cockpit that's digitalized. Cockpit automation helps reduce the workload of pilots. Modern-day approaches provide precision guidance to runways that are the most accurate than they've ever been. There are rules in place for pilots so that they work a limited number of hours so they don't experience fatigue. Every scenario possible has been brought to the attention of your pilots in training and in recurring training. And what about turbulence? No plane falls out of the sky from it, and planes are built to handle it. They're strong flying machines, and trust me, your pilot will do what it takes to work in concert with people on the ground to find areas of less or no turbulence. And one safety item that has always been around is the fact that you've got two people flying your plane on your airliner. Just like there's always two engines. Two, of course, is for redundancy, and it's better than one. Flying by far is the safest way to travel. I have flown well over 1 million miles on airliners all over the world. Each time I've flown, I've never had any doubt in the integrity of the aircraft, the experience of the pilots, or the environment in which the flight is operating. If a flight is offered on a route that I could drive, I'll choose to fly. Not only is it more fun for me, but I know that it's safer. Why take risks on the ground when flying is a safer space? I hope this eases your fear of flying if you have one. I have no fear at all, and I want to help you. Sure, this video could help, but did you know that I've started a new service to help you ease your fear of flying in real time? No, it's not one of those classes that you take before you fly. It's hands-on help while you're in the air. Yes, I can be available when you fly as long as your flight is equipped with Wi-Fi. I'll explain what's going on in the connection just between you and me, and I'll make sure that you're more confident and informed. There's information on how to do this in the description below. This channel is all about flying from a contextual perspective as an airline passenger. Not only do I help you with finding the best seat for the best view out the window, but I put everything into perspective from an air traffic point of view, showcasing how the flight that I'm on fits into the bigger picture within the National Airspace System. So I invite you to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss out on my next flight. But for now, I have to go to the supermarket, and unfortunately, I can't book a flight there. So wish me a safe ride because I'm about to drive a car.